So, are you experiencing stuffiness in the head and stuffiness around the nose, or are you experiencing headaches? This video that I'm about to do might help you. Headaches and migraines was a thing for me before I had a very regular practice, and I'm very happy to say now it's something that I don't experience anymore. Of course, recently I did contract COVID, and during COVID, I had a lot of sinus blockages and then very mild headaches. But I was able to use again the tools that I had learned through yoga and brought in a lot of relief for me. So I'm hoping this video will help you. And again, if there's any dizziness when you're doing any of these practices that doesn't feel right, it's just not working for you, please stop. Again, so this is to help you to relieve the congestion. And also, if you're having a mild headache, it might help you as well. So before we start, there's a few poses that I'm going to be doing. It's mostly some breathing and a little bit of a self-massaging that really helps. So we'll do the self-massaging first, and then we'll do some breath work and a little bit of a few yogic postures that we'll do. So the sinus cavities, cavities right on our forehead, right here. Sinus cavities there, and there's a pair of them here, and there's a pair right between our eyes. There's sinus cavities here. There's sinus cavities right here underneath the cheekbone as well. And there's towards the back, and there's another pair of sinus cavities. Sometimes you feel very bothered if you tend to have, a continuous stuffiness, and especially during the seasonal changes, if you are finding yourself sneezing, you might feel bothered about these sinus cavities. But it's a good thing that we have them for many reasons. For breathing, it helps to humidify the air, it helps to warm the air before it goes into the lungs, and it also gives some voice resonance, and it also helps to lighten the skull, the head. Imagine, and our head, all that weight, so having these sinus cavities also helps to lighten up the load. Most importantly, it protects us from breathing in foreign particles. The mucous membrane, the lining inside our nose, helps to protect from breathing in foreign particles, and that's why we sneeze. It's a way of protecting our body as well, the entry to our body. So it's a good thing we have those sinus cavities. So but it doesn't feel that way when you're feeling congested and stuffy. So let's go ahead, and hopefully this practice again will help you in some way. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is take your palms, wrap your palms really well. And most of all, also make sure your hands are clean. And go ahead and can pause the video and go wash your hands if they're not clean, or if you've been doing something, and then come back and join the practice. Okay, so wrap those palms really well. And we're going to take our index fingers and then place them right here, just at the beginning of the brow line. And you might just start to circle them. So as you're circling them, if you have anything going on, you might feel a little bit tenderness, okay? Just circle them about 10 times. 3, 6, and 10. And then circle the opposite way. 2, 3, 6, 8, 10. Okay, so now we're going to gently put some pressure into that. Press it in and keep pressing in. And I'm just taking some slow inhales and exhales while I'm doing this. Good. And now take your fingertips and place it right between your eyes. You're gonna feel that right here. And you might, again, if it's inflamed or if it's stuffy, you might feel it a little tender. We're just gonna do a little circles. And then the opposite way. Good. And then gently press in and breathe. Just inhales and exhales. Okay, now take your hand, fingertips down, right by your, little bit underneath your cheekbones. And again, just circle. And then the opposite way. Good. And we're just gonna put a little bit of pressure there and breathe. Good. And then gently release. Okay. And let's go ahead and take our index finger, middle finger. And it's nice if you're, having any other tension like a headache. Take your hands, fingertips towards the temples. And then again, same thing, just circular movements. 1, close the eyes. 2, breathing in and out. 3, 4, 5, reversing that, moving the opposite way. Okay, and then gentle pressure in there, breathe in and out. Yeah, then exhale, release your hands down. Okay. So now let's do Nadi Shodhana, which is alternate nostril breathing. We are going to take the index finger, middle finger, and we're just going to bend them. And so we're going to use our thumb and our index finger. Okay, thumb and our index finger. So take your thumb and close your right nostril and breathe to my count as much as you can through the left nostril. Inhale, make sure the head is in line over the spine. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. So take one more breath like that. Okay, release. Okay, so now I'm going to take the index, the ring finger, and then close the left nostril with the ring finger. Keeping the head up, now breathe through the right nostril. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 more rounds on your own, breathing. Breathing on your own. And exhale, relax. And now just take a nice deep breath through both nostrils. We inhale, exhaling it out. Okay, so one more time, we're going to breathe through the nose. Inhale. Now exhale out through your mouth. Again, inhale. So fill your belly, fill your lungs, and then breathe in. Inhale. Exhaling it out. Okay. So take your hands again. Now take your hands your thumbs into the base of the skull and just kind of gentle pressure. So I'm moving my thumbs like that at the base of the skull and then bringing it right in towards the back of the ear where that bony point is, okay? So fingers start at the base of the skull right in the middle and then bring it in towards the back of the ear. So just gentle pressuring, pressing the thumb like that, and then all the way towards the ear, the back of the ear, or where that bony protrusion is, and then go back again. Okay, keep doing that. So we're going back and forth, going to the middle, and then going towards the ear, and then coming back again. Good. Now take your fingertips and there's a nice massage through your whole scalp. You can take your fingertips, go into the scalp, and then give it a nice massage with all your fingertips. Yeah. There's a lot of tension, right? That builds up right around the jawline, right around here in the forehead. Okay. And then release the hand down. Okay. So now close your eyes, relax the shoulders, keep the head up. Take one more deep breath here into the body. Inhale. Exhale, open the mouth, let it go. Okay. So let's do a little bit more movement here. So on your next exhale, take your right hand and then drop the head into the right hand. Keep your left shoulder down. And breathe. On a 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift your head back up. Release the hand down. Left hand. Inhale. Exhale. Head drops to the left hand. Keep your right shoulder down and breathe. Then inhale, bring your head back up. Okay, so from here, we're going to take the hands behind, interlace the fingers, and draw, I'm going to move to my side. So this can be done, if you're experiencing this at work, you can do this at work. So far, everything that I've been doing is, it's easy to do while sitting. So now take your hands behind, interlace the fingers. Look forward. Now open the chest. Okay, you're just opening the chest and look up and take deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Release your arms down. Okay, so the next few movements that I'm going to do is if you're at work, hopefully maybe you can come down to the ground and do a few of these practices as well. Okay, so I'm going to go to the mat. So from here, let's bring the hands forward, going to child's pose. Open the knees wide, exhale, and your hips back. And then the forehead comes down. Just rock your hips side to side. Okay. And then come on up. So sometimes you might find it's hard to bring the head down. So if that's the case, if you have a big block or a book that you can place in front, and then place your forehead down. So rest your forehead on that. And take a couple more breaths here. Okay, and then inhale, lift your head up. Okay, so bring the block to the side. Okay, so let's bring our hands underneath the shoulders and exhale to cat. Inhale, shoulders draw back, then rising up into cow. So this movement is really good. Again, opening the spine, opening the throat, and then bringing more breathing, the breath into the body. Exhale into your cat. So keep moving. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Moving forward. Exhale. One more. Exhale. Okay. Come on down. So from here, let's come on all the way down into our belly. So now bring our forehead down. Take the hands behind. Interlace the fingers. We're gonna on the next inhale, top of the head glides forward. And then lift the chest up. And breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, exhale, take a cheek to the mat, relax your arms, shake the hips. Okay, so now bring your forearms in front of you. Draw the shoulders back. Look forward, exhale, look to the right. Then kind of gently start to tilt your right ear to the right shoulder. And 2, 3, 4, 5. Now inhale, lift the head up and then look forward. Exhale, look to the left side. You're first looking to the left. Then you just gently, very softly, it's not a huge movement. Left ear to the left shoulder. And 2, ouch, chuckle. 3, 4, 5. So inhale, lift your head up and then bring your head forward. Okay, so from here now, draw the chin in. And then gently move your head side to side. And then inhale, draw your head forward, forward, forward. Good. And then exhale, head down. Walk your hands down underneath the shoulders. Come on up. Papa wants to play. Exhale, send your hips back. New child's pose. Again, you can take the block and place your forehead on the block. Okay, inhale, gaze up. Okay, so now here's an option. You can continue to do this pose, child's pose with the block. That's one option. But the next option is to come into downward dog, and then downward dog is a really good way to, typically it's a good way to relieve congestion, okay? So, but in this downward dog, we're gonna rest the forehead on the block. So it doesn't feel right, again, come out of the pose. See if I can get Paco to move. Sweet boy. I have to glide you to the side. I know. It's so funny. Okay, so forehead down, hands between the blocks. So we're gonna come up to a regular downward dog. Okay, so now you might want to bring that block in. So if you're finding that it's too much for you to bear weight on your hands, walk your feet in a little closer, but you might have to bend the knees a little bit. Okay, so that's option 1. And then forehead down. So basically the third eye, space between the brow line. And breathe out, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So here the regular downward dog, forehead down, feet back, and 2, 3, 4, 5. Drop down to your knees and take a seat. So feeling that the effects of that partial downward dog, now bringing back, coming back to a seat from downward dog. Take another long inhale and exhale. Okay. So from here, roll your shoulders up and down. So this is all these movements, the small movements are so important for our circulation. When we're congested, that's what we need, movement. Move your shoulders, 1, 2, 3, and the opposite way. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, keep the block to the side. We're going to come to our seat. Stretch your legs in front of you, move the hips back. And we're going to lift the spine up and always bend at the hips. Okay, so here, option is again, you can take a block and forehead down. Another option, if you don't have a block, is make a fist and then just kind of rest. So you might come all the way down to your elbows. So making a fist and then resting your forehead. Take 3 more deep inhales and exhales. Okay, so now I'm going to release my hands down and then just turn my head side to side. Moving my head side to side. Okay, and then rise back up. Okay. The last one that I'm going to do is may or may not be right for you. So if you have a block, then it's really perfect. If not, even having a the firm pillow. This is a bolster. So if you have a bolster, that's great. But if you have a firm pillow, a narrow one would be great. If not, a block is ideal too. So what we're doing is opening the thoracic spine. So just opening up, okay? So this block, if you're using a block, we're going to place the block right in the middle where the spine, the shoulder blades is, where the shoulder blades come together. That's where the block is going to be. And then behind you, the other block to rest the back of the head. So upright, and the block will be upright. It takes a little bit of trying to get down to this pose. So I'm going to show both ways, the bolster and the blocks. So here, bend the knees, align your spine right to the middle of the block. And this block, the one in the bottom, will come right above the shoulder blades. Okay, actually, I'm sorry, right below the shoulder blades. So from here, and then we rest the forehead. With our legs, you can cross the legs and down. That's one option. You might find that you have to reset that block, bring it right underneath the back of the head. Okay, so you have to take a little bit of working with that block, holding it, and then making sure the head is nice and rested. With the legs, this is one option. The other option is you can bring the knees wide, feet together. So see which one works for you. So the important thing is this is open, this chest is open. And take long inhales and exhales. I'll take 3 more breaths here. Okay, bring your feet in. To come out, you press into the elbows, you come up, chin in, and then slowly rise up. Okay? So the other option was you could take this pillow and also place it behind you. And again, you line up your spine. So the idea is to just kind of elevate. Your head is on that pillow, but make sure it's firm pillow. And then let your legs relax, and you can again take some deep breaths here. All right, so now bring the arms down by your side, bend the knees. We can turn to a side, go off the bolster, and then come on up. Then I take the bolster to the side. So let's go ahead and come to our seat. Okay, so interlace the fingers now. Place your hands on your right thigh. I'm pressing it down, and I'm just kind of moving my gaze away from that leg, away from the right side into the left. And breathe. And 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, gaze forward. Take your hands to the left leg, press it down, and you're pressing away from that left leg, looking over to the right, and breathe. And 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back to the center. Okay, now extend your arms wide and hold on to your opposite elbows on top. Exhale, lean to your right, and I want you to look towards bring your gaze up towards the sky. And 2, breathing in and out. 3, 4, 5. Now, without moving your head, can you look down towards the right leg, looking down? And 2, I'm looking, gazing down towards my right side. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, rise up. Now exhale to the other side. Again, looking up to the right side. And 2, 3, breathe deeply. 4, 5. Now look down towards the left side. I'm just not moving my head, but bringing my gaze down. And 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, arms down. Again, bounce your shoulders. Good. So from here, as you inhale, open your jaw, open. And take a deep inhale. Now exhale, open the mouth and open it wide. Again, inhale to the nose. Open the mouth wide, go ha. Now close the mouth. Exhale, chin down. Good. Inhale, chin up. Looking up. Exhale, chin down. And then bring your head back to neutral. Okay. Take your fingertips, go ahead and tap right above the brow line, and then bring it down to the temples, and then down on the cheekbones, down below your eyes, moving towards the nose, and then go back out into the temples and over the brow line. So you tap, just tapping. right around the eyes, but staying on above the eyes, on the brow line, and then coming to the temples and then the cheekbones to the bottom. Good. Now, take your hands and then wrap around the neck. Place your hands down and just pull. You're pulling my hands down towards the earth, elbows down. And a gentle pressure with my fingertips in the back. So when your hands are on the back, I'm gently pressing into the muscles right behind. Just giving it like a nice squeeze. Good. And take another inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Gently pulling the hands down. And then release. Okay. Arms out wide, fingertips on your shoulders and elbows down. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then moving the opposite way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now take your palms together. Take a deep breath here. Inhale. Exhale through your mouth. So I want you to visualize white light streaming down from the crown of the head. That white light moving down and through the third eye, right between the brow line. And then feel that white line moving down the back of the throat, all the way down through the heart space, then all the way down behind the navel and down towards the pelvic floor. So on the next inhale, you will just feel that light getting brighter and brighter. Then exhale, you go back to the top again. Visualize that light coming down, opening the inner passageways. And then as you exhale, come back up. And then visualize that light on the inhale, streaming down. Exhale, come up. And then again, inhale down. Good, and take another deep breath here. Inhale. Exhale to the mouth. And exhale, bow down, head down. Namaste. So I hope that gave you some relief. And if it did, please let me know. Thank you.